The Kitchen Angle Show. A Jersey native. Home of everything and anything. Your host, Mike. Hey guys, welcome to another edition to the Kitchen Angle Show. It's Mike, the host of the show. Guys, I've been kind of lacking coming on the show lately. It's just a lot of things that I've been doing. I don't know if a lot of my listeners know me, but I do work a full-time job set aside from this job I do here on the show. And I figured I'd let people know that. But with that being announced, let's get to the show. There's a thing that that's been bothering me lately about banks wanting to bail out. It pisses me off because you got these banks out there that want this bailout. And I'm not understanding why. First of all, banks are the most richest institute, or one of the richest institutes in America. If you don't know that, then you've probably been living under a rock for the most likely your whole life. But they are. Let's. We don't have to paint a picture on this to understand it. But banks are the biggest, most powerful institutes in America today. And they want bailouts. I mean, what the hell do they want a bailout for? First of all, this would solve the entire plan on this whole coronavirus bullcrap, because it's turning into bullcrap. It really is, folks. It's turning into bullcrap on a handbasket. I mean, you got people out there that are hungry, that are struggling, that don't know how to stretch that paycheck. That's if they are still working, or what they call now essential workers, right? That's the new norm now. The new norm now is, if you're not working, then you're not an essential worker. Then what the hell are you doing? Well, you're probably sitting on your ass on your couch somewhere, struggling or worrying when you're going to be able to pay that next bill, such as your mortgage, your rent, car payments, everything. There's people out there worrying when the hell their local governments or the federal government or whatever is going to approve their unemployment benefits. Do you know that there's people that haven't got an unemployment check since this whole crap has started? Yeah, I'm starting out the show a little heated, folks. But it's true. We're now going on month number 3 with this crap. It's happened since, the beginning of March, April, and now stretching into May. Almost at the end of May. So it's just about at the end of its 3rd month. Yes, believe it or not, we have been suffering from this thing for 3 months. 3 months. Oh, sure. Thank you very much for the stimulus money. It helped a couple of bills, maybe? Maybe it paid a rent payment. Oh, I don't know. Folks, there's, this thing is, now saying it's going to last a little longer. Well, guess what, folks? There has to be a plan in place in order to make sure that we have survival in this country, such as us, Americans, and the economy. This thing is turning out to be far worse than the Great Depression. There are people out of work. There are people that don't have unemployment benefits from this thing. There are people literally at their dinner table talking with their families when they're going to be able to pay that next payment. Or worrying if they're going to get kicked out of their apartment or their house is going to go into foreclosure. This is real stuff, folks. This is far worse than a damn disease or a virus. I'm sorry to say it like that, but it is. You know, the local and federal government needs to take this into serious consideration. You are always going to have somebody not do so well with a virus. People are always going to live and die. It's all part of life. I'm sorry to be a little harsh today on today's show, but it's part of life. Everybody gets sick and things happen. But you can't keep a country closed down because of a virus. And what's with this stupid social distancing crap? I've never heard so much baloney in my life. You have to stay 6 feet away from one another. You can't be near one another. I think that's stupid in a handbasket. Folks, I got more to say on this topic. Oh boy. Oh boy, I do. Because at this point, this is where people start losing in their minds. And I'm telling you right now, oh boy, you're gonna I'll be right back. You're gonna want to hear more on today's show. Hey guys, back to the show. Get a little heated up on this subject here we're talking about on the kitchen angle. You know, you got, like I said, going on 3 months now with this whole COVID-19 coronavirus scenario. I mean, it's getting so bad right now where there's actual people in different states really protesting over this, calling it basically a threat on our constitutional rights. It really is. It's getting to a point where it's a threat, a big threat, becoming a threat on our constitutional rights. You look at folks right now in hot spots such as New York City, New Jersey, California. Those are only a few states to mention. There's more, but I'm not going to name them all. Those are just the really top trendy states right now that are, that are hot spots that are affected the most, such as New York City. Tens of thousands of people that are affected in major high crowd places. But you got places out there right now that are it's just unreal, unheard of, unprecedented. You got governors from New Jersey, New York, forcing people to stay inside their houses. Folks, are we looking at the next possibly modern civil war between red and blue states? Possibly, because if this thing goes any further, I'm scared to find out what happens next. Because that's when you have people that are going to riot in the streets. They're going to loot from big box retailers. Okay? Because some of these people, folks, have been out of work for almost 3 months, going on 3 months now, that are not receiving unemployment checks. Okay? That got what, a $1,200 stimulus package? It's a damn joke. It's a damn joke. You know what the real joke about it is that, yeah, there's businesses open and there's banks. I mentioned it before earlier in my show that these banks are profiting and they're demanding payments from people with mortgages. How the hell are they supposed to pay a mortgage when they haven't worked in 3 months? Oh boy, don't get me started. Do not get me started on this subject. I'm telling you right now. Because if you get me started, I'm going to go into a heated debauchery, and I don't want to do that. Folks, this is serious stuff. It really is. I want to play a video here from a business owner in New Jersey that pretty much had it up to here with its governor, Murphy, and is demanding answers. Oh, you got to hear this. This is silly stuff. I mean, I'm telling you right, sound man. Thank you for the sound bite. I mean, this is some bad stuff, folks. This is very dark times that we're in. Excuse me. It'll tickle my throat. No, folks, I don't have coronavirus. I have a damn tickle in my throat. And that's the one thing, too. You go out and you make a little cough, everybody looks at you like you're an alien. Like you're an alien. You're from outer space or something. Like you're some kind of crazy person. Oh, you got the coronavirus. He's coughing, right? It's a cough, folks. Calm down. Don't go into a tissel fit. But you got to hear this video here. I want to put plug into the show here today. And I'm telling you right now, some dark times. Dark times we're in, folks. Very dark times. Waiting for the video to upload here. But once you hear this is a bite here. This is from a business owner from New Jersey. You got to hear it.
Educating everybody just to actually appease us, then throw you a little bone. Okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that.
But individuals all over the country in these states that are staying locked down beyond the curve being flattened. And we're sick and tired of having our rights trampled on.
You're damn right we're sick and tired of it. Speak your mind, sir.
The biggest thing for me is it's not just that we're shut down for 2 months, it's that there's no plan. There's no idea. We had to come up. The only reason this went national is because we had to come up with our plan. We had to come up with our own plan to do this. There is no guidelines anywhere, and that's the reason that we know that he's not ready to open up.
You hear that? They have a plan.
You're damn right they have a plan. And you know what? This is what's going to happen, folks. You're going to have... Oh, man. Hey, Doug, give me some water, man. My throat is... Sorry about that, folks. My throat's been very dry lately. But you know what? This is a business owner that literally had it up to here with this crap. Folks, this is America. This is not a monarchy. This is not a dictatorship. This is not a do what you want to do and let people suffer scenario. These are people. These are your fellow Americans. These are small business owners that are fed up. They're up to here with these certain governors across the country, mostly blue states, that have no plan whatsoever. They said it sounded all good and true right in the beginning, right in March. Everybody was told to stay home, don't go out if you absolutely have to. Non-essential businesses are to close down. Essential companies are to stay open. Let me tell you something right now. When was the last time you heard of any of this garbage go on? I don't think I ever seen it in my lifetime. Where governors and state leaders are forcing their citizens in their state to stay home. Stay home. Like hermits. People are dying. People are running out of solutions to provide for their families because they don't have a damn check to provide to them. You know what? I'm telling you, folks, right now, you will see another civil war in this country. Another civil war in this country. And it's not going to be against the North and the South. And it's going to be a lot different. It's where you're going to see states that are going to be literally against each other because you have poor leaderships in some of these states. Folks, you cannot keep a country closed down because of a pandemic, of a virus, of a disease, whatever you want to call it. You can't. Because people have to work to provide for their families so they can survive. So life can go on. What the hell is wrong with corporate, greedy America? We'll be right back, folks, after these words. Hey guys, Mike from the Kitchen Angle here. I just want to say thank you and show my appreciation to many listeners. The show is definitely growing, and it's reached a lot of different types of listeners from Ireland, I've noticed, from the United States, of course, and now reaching Canada. That's great news, guys. If you want to hear the show, you can always hear it on the Facebook page, The Kitchen Angle. Just search it under there. Or you can find it on many podcast platforms, such as Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and other platforms out there, guys. Wherever you find a podcast, you can just Google The Kitchen Angle and it'll pop right back up, even on a web browser. Give us a try, guys. This podcast is it's unscripted. It's raw material. I give you the latest updates on everything that's happening in the world today. So give us a try, The Kitchen Angle, guys. You'll love it. It's not your ordinary podcast, I'll tell you that.
First Amendment rights. Telling people they can't go to church. Freedom of religion. Okay? Telling people they can't protest. Freedom of assembly. Fourth Amendment violations. Illegal traffic stops to check for papers. What are you, the Gestapo? Is this 1930s Nazi Germany?
Brace yourself, folks. We're under a government surveillance, so to speak. Yeah, there's a lot of constitutional rights being violated through this coronavirus pandemic, and the reason why I say that is because you have governors and state leaders forcing people to stay in their homes, keeping beaches and public areas closed down, restaurants closed down, well, only the dining rooms. You're being forced to use their drive-through service. No dining room service, folks, only drive-through service. Yes, folks. It's gone so far where there are actual cops and sheriff officers that are literally stopping people to see if they have an essential need of travel. Folks, is this America? Or did America go back in a time machine to 1930 America? I mean, because this is getting a little far. It's being dragged a little too far, if you ask me. I could tell you that it's getting a little bad. I'll give you a little side story. I was out and about today. I'm not going to tell you where I was and everything for personal privacy reasons. But I was out and about today, and I decided to just take a jog down the road, get some fresh air. Do you know that I was stopped by a police officer asking me, what is my means of travel? I thought to myself, what the hell is he talking about? I looked at the officer. I said, officer, what are you talking about? I said, I'm jogging down the sidewalk. I'm getting fresh air. Sir, if you don't have essential means of travel, we're asking people to stay home to flatten the curve. Folks, it's getting bad out there. It really is. It's getting really bad where we have to question ourselves, are we even safe as Americans in this country? Because if we're going to be questioned by authorities and by federal and local governments, oh boy, the worst is yet to come. I say that. The worst is yet to come. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some states that are reopening, which is good news. If you ask me, it's good news. You have, mostly red states that are taken under consideration of their people. Yes, the red states seem to be listening to their people a little bit more in their state than the actual blue states, where you have states such as New York City and New Jersey that don't really know what the hell to think of all this and don't know what the hell they're doing because they don't have a freaking plan. But you do have red states that are opening up. Folks, this is, like I said, this is getting bad. This is getting bad, and it's getting so bad where the actual plan of this whole ordeal is nowhere to be found. Well, in other news, aside from the craziness of the United States of America, there is other news. Talk about the $3 trillion coronavirus wish list package that's going to be rolled out by the Democrats. Oh, yeah, you want to hear that, huh? The Democrats, it seems like, if Trump can do something, we can do it a little better. He rolled out a $2.2 trillion package. Let's roll out a $3 trillion package. Let's make it a lot better and give everybody $2,000 a month. God. Oh, boy. When is everybody going to realize you just can't print money out? We cannot continue to print money out. I've said it time after time after time. See, the truth about this is the Dems, they don't want the country to reopen. They don't want people back to work. They'd rather have people decay in their own homes and die of starvation. Yeah, instead of returning to work. See, this thing is turning into not only a violation of our constitutional rights, but it's turning into a dictatorship in blue states. Control of their people, or a population control scenario scheme. That's what it's turning into. And there's a lot of people that are now scratching their heads, including myself, over this whole coronavirus ordeal. Oh, yeah. I scratch my heads thinking about it every single day. From everything. From the social distancing, from the masks on our face, everything. And don't get me started with the masks. These masks, folks, are very dangerous things. And I'll tell you why they're dangerous. Well, why are they dangerous, Mike? And I'm not talking in a third person. I'll get to the masks in a little bit. But this is turning into where government controls what you can get and what you can't have. That's what this is turning into. Government surveillance, so to speak, on the American people. I thought I've never seen it, would never see this before, ever in my life. I don't think anybody could imagine this whole ordeal happen before their eyes. But, this is bad, folks. It's heard before that the Democrats now want to roll out a $3 trillion coronavirus package for the next 6 months to give every able-bodied American or taxpayer $2,000 a month. Oh, boy. Where is this country going? I don't know. I think it's going down the crap hole. I think America just took its last flush, so to speak. And we're seeing everybody go twirling around the little hole in the toilet. That's what it seems like. It seems like America has failed itself. And it's going into a really bad depression, recession, whatever the hell you want to call it. But I want to talk about these masks. The masks that we have to wear on our face, yeah. We have to wear masks on our face. You know what this is, folks? This is a symbol of control by the government. That's what the masks really are. We're being controlled like mouse. You know, you put a mouse in the maze And it's got to find the cheese, right? Because if it doesn't find the cheese, what's going to happen? It's just going to go around the damn maze until it finds the cheese. Are we becoming the mouse? We have to find and keep on finding alternatives to survive? Folks, if we cannot rely on the federal government, who the hell are we supposed to rely on? Well, it seems like we have to rely on ourselves, right? That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. And these masks that we have to wear, a lot of people don't realize that the masks are more deadlier than the disease are. They are. Because you're breathing in CO2, which is highly deadly to the human being. And you're also breathing in your own bacteria. Yeah. It just circulates around your face. I mean, when is people going to realize this and wake the hell up? Wake the hell up. I mean, seriously. No science to the lockdowns, the loss of our liberty. That's what's turning into it. No science to the lockdowns and the loss of our liberty. So that means there was no science whatsoever to these lockdowns, and we're losing our liberty right before our eyes. We're having our local and federal government control everything that we do. Everything that we do. The country being shut down for the common cold? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Folks, there is no coronavirus. This is just another government scheme to control our liberty and everything that you stand for and you look towards in this country. Your liberties are being stripped away. Literally. Stripped away. You just need to wake up and realize we'll be right back, folks, after these words. Hey, folks, back to the show here. We're going to wrap it up here soon. But, these far left, demagogues, I call them, and the creatures of the Black Lagoon. You got the crazy Pelosi, which is the, I've been calling her Ice Cream Pelosi, and then you got the crazy Gavin Newsom of California. And then you got all the other governors. You got Governor Murphy, and then you got the crazy, unhinged governor of New York, Cuomo. They don't realize something, folks. They don't realize how much it's affecting Americans and how it's affecting their citizens of their states. What's going to happen, folks, is you're going to have riots. And you're going to have masses of protesting going on in the next several months if this thing continues. You cannot keep a country closed down and expect people to abide by that. Because this is America. We the people, by the people, with liberty and justice for all. One nation under God, indivisible. Do you ever hear those words? Well, folks, you're going to hear those words soon. Because this country, folks, I believe, may be facing a civil war soon if this continues. This whole pandemic, I believe, will ignite a civil war if things do not come back to a so-called normal. And that's my closing, folks.
You just heard an episode of the Kitchen Angle Show, an Anchor podcast.